And we should be live. Hi, everyone. It's great. Sorry, it's great to have Calen here, otherwise known as Gunslinger Cal, and I've got my usual guests of Naked Sean and Randy. So great to have them here. Let's get rid of this and get back to all of us, which is good. So a quick look just to see who's in. So I had a sneaky peek before we started. So great to have you here, Tony and Mrs. Naked Sean and Chirk. Chirk was here. He was on the show last week, which was great. And and Pens and Pen Blades. Great to have you here as well. And make cutlery great again. I haven't forgotten about getting you on the show, so I just need to schedule it in. I think we're scheduled for the next 3 shows ahead, but I'll send you a message on Insta to maybe sort that out. And that's one of the things for anybody watching. If you do want to come on the show, just let us know and we'll schedule you in. And you don't need to have a channel either. So if you've got a collection and you haven't shown it on a channel, then we'd love to see that too as well. So I think that's everybody in the chat. So should we start with a pocket check? So what are you carrying today, Calen? We could start with you.
Yeah, got my my Viper Aid. Like I said, I was on mountain bike trails today, so this keeps all my stuff pretty well organized. Got my Streamlight flashlight.
Cool.
Got a Zippo pen. Got my rain ready pad. And today I carried a 1940 to 64 16 pattern in red bone.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
She's had some fair use of her. Nice little jackknife.
And you're not afraid to lose that then, Calen, when you're out on your bike?
Yeah, sometimes, but luckily I haven't lost any. Got to find some wood to knock on real quick, but yeah, I haven't lost any knives, and I just keep it on the outside of my backpack. It does Velcro down pretty good, so it's pretty secure. Yeah.
And it's good. It's good to carry knives as well, isn't it? So. Yeah,
and I actually keep a little lock back, the Kershaw Shuffle. I keep that in a little zipper on my backpack as well. So.
Okay, that's cool.
That's backup.
Cool. I mean that's a nice little EDC you've got going there. I think you're wasted on case knives. You could do EDC like I tried to, and Randy does as well. I think so. That's cool. Thanks, Calen.
Sure.
Sean, what are you carrying today? Sean, can you hear us?
So today,
yep. There's a Taylor
got the Taylor's Eyewitness Barlow, the 100.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
There's the guy.
And that's been at home most of the day, so that's kind of just been in my pocket, and along with that, just Swiss Army knife, just a tinker.
Yeah.
So yeah, lightweight carry today.
Oh, that's cool.
Very nice.
That's cool. Thanks, Sean. And Randy, what are you carrying today?
Not too much. I almost carried my Viper Aid pouch, but I just didn't go anywhere. I went to the store real quick to get a beer. So I carried this with me. It's a PM3. My Randy bead.
Yeah.
And then by my side though, I have I'm carrying this all month.
Okay. This is part of your Halloween carry, yeah?
I have to carry this one. They sent it to me to check out. It's fantastic. And then I've been carrying the Super Tinker with me just because I need scissors for slips.
Yeah.
So that's just what I had beside me.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Randy. I'll just go through mine quickly, and as part of the 5-item carry, then I'm carrying the my Taylor's Eyewitness, which it must get boring because I show this every week, but it's a really nice knife,
No,
and I've just got a new diamond stone sharpener. It's just a cheap one, but it really sharpened this up nicely, so it's super sharp now. But I quite like carrying and using this as well. It's my favorite blade shape, the sheep's foot. And then I've still got the the Olight i3 EOS, i3T EOS, and then the Olight pen. And then on my keychain, I'm carrying the classic SD. So I'm not liking it quite as much as my Midnight Manager, but I think it's because it's on my keychain, so it's just a bit more of a faff to get it out.
yeah.
But I do like the fact that it's super slim, and you hardly know you're carrying it. So,
Got a question. I have the same knife as you, just different. Is that?
I think that looks like the proper version, Randy.
All the tackler, right?
Compared to mine, I think mine was either a factory second, or I think we said one that somebody's taken out the factory before it's finished.
But would you call that a tackler?
I don't know actually, because I bought it from a stall on Sharp Show. It was in the £10 box. See, now that's nicer, Calen. Let's pop that one up. Let's
Randy, you probably recognize this one, Randy.
How have I lost you, Calen?
I miss it.
Did I click? Hang on, let me put. Right,
there we are.
There you go.
That's better. Let's put.
That was Brighton Sun. I love that one. I mean,
it's a fantastic knife.
I have a replacement for it. That's why I sent it to you.
Oh, that's cool though, Calen. Yeah, I like that.
So I have one in ebony.
Hang on, Randy. Let's pull you up. So
Same blade, a little bit smaller, but in really beautiful ebony wood, and it's a bit more polished than that one.
Oh yeah.
But I think you have the better one. This one's a little off center.
Okay.
Oh, that's all right.
No,
it's
it's
not
fine.
bad, though. It's not bad at all, is it? So
That one's a gift from Warthog. So I at the time, like, I don't need.
Oh, hang on. We're having a show off here. So short between us. Are we trying to top? Is this like a topping session? Because I run out of knives quickly.
That is beautiful.
So this is an old Taylor's Eyewitness.
That's nice.
I'm not quite sure of the period, probably 50s.
Right.
The threaded bolsters, which are really nice. I wish they'd bring those back on more of their models.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice bone.
We do like a bit of bone.
So yeah,
that's a lovely knife.
Yeah.
You know what knife really surprised me? I'm sorry to keep. I mean, we'll get back. I'll stop after this, but the E-Trick or Ed-Trick, that was like this was a gift from Mark.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I need to get myself one of those. I love the shape.
Yeah, so you have such good control.
Yeah,
and if you're cutting leather, skinning an animal, this is perfect. This is a perfect knife for small game. I was surprised because it looks kind of silly at first, but once you actually use it, you're like, wow, that's a great design.
Yeah, it's cool. And has anybody bought a knife this week or acquired one otherwise?
Well, I got 3 coming.
Yeah.
I have a Rosecraft. They're a Beaver Creek Barlow. It's in gray bone, coming tomorrow. And then I ordered a Spanish knife and an Italian knife.
Yeah.
The Barlow was a gift from Mikey though. So
Cool.
shout out
Cool.
to Mikey.
Yeah.
And hopefully
And
soon, but
that's cool. And Sean, have you got anything in this week? Or are you waiting for
I
Sharp
haven't,
Show?
nothing at all. I'm kind of saving this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Calen, you must have got something this week, yeah?
I did. I got a couple of knives this week.
I bet.
One hasn't showed up yet, but I did get a 1970 Redbone case. It's called a Half Hawk Loom Fixer.
Oh wow.
It is
Wow.
10 dot. Try to get some good lighting there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, I love the blade shape.
look at the blade stock on that. It's like an 1/8 inch thick. It's so ridiculous.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then it goes down to super slicey, but it's got a big ram's foot and a pin blade in a swayback fashion.
Oh, that's a
And
great combination, isn't it?
oh man, I fell in love with this knife when I saw it. Here's one. Here's the modern swayback in comparison. Let's see if I can do this right here. There we go. Whole lot larger.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a 4-inch knife.
I have a tiny sway back, but I'll save that for later on because I only have 2 case knives, so I need to sort of stretch them out across the show.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but this has got to be the strongest spring out of any knife I have.
Yeah.
That is a new purchase, and if we go back to last week, I did get some really special ones. This is a 1950s Rogers Bone toothpick by Queen.
Oh wow.
Ah, that's gorgeous.
And I believe it is
Yes.
the number 20 was the number on this pattern, which is the large toothpick.
It's like one of the French knives, the Laguiole sort of knives. It's got that very thin handle. It's
Yeah. And then this one's pretty crazy right here. 1987 Stag Fiddleback. That's not a cheetah. That is
Wow.
a large Coke bottle with a swing guard.
wow.
Got this one.
That's made for fighting. That one, is it?
I'd hate to be on the receiving end of this.
Yeah.
Beautiful knife, though. Beautiful knife. And I've got 2 more.
That guard folds away, does it?
It folds right into the streamline with the knife.
I don't think I've seen one of those before.
Yeah, so the cheetah is very similar to this. It's a lot slimmer and smaller. This is the gigantic one.
Yeah.
And unfortunately I used to have a cheetah, but I have let it go. So I'm in the market again.
That's cool.
2 more. Bear with me here. Show you the other one first. Where is it? Sorry. I rearranged my knives twice this week, so 1940 to 64 red Rogers Bone. This is a late Rogers Bone. Early Rogers Bone with case is more like this one.
Right, yeah.
But you don't hardly, those get pricey. But the late Rogers Bone, luckily, it's not as pricey yet. So, and this is a peanut. This one just has your regular pin blade. It's got some pretty bone on the back though too.
Yeah.
I like the darker reds a lot.
Oh yeah, you'll like this next one then. This one is really special. Just gotta locate it. I don't know where that one is right now. That's ridiculous.
Shall I just show you one while you look?
Yeah. Please do that. I'm so sorry.
I mean, no, it's fine. It's fine, Calen. It's fine. I mean, I don't buy so many knives, and it's this is an AliExpress one, but a big thank you to Mikey for giving me the idea. So this is it's a brother fixed blade, and what I really like about it is that it's a full tang knife that I can use for bushcrafting, which I was meant to be doing it this summer and just ended up working away a lot, but I'm hoping to use this a lot in the winter. And but it's really nice. It's got black micarta scales, and I think it's 440C, but
Nice.
it should be fine. It came in a nice Kydex sheath. So, but the really annoying thing was that, and I don't know if it's a UK thing, but when Mikey first told me about these knives, I tried to order one off AliExpress, and it wouldn't let me have one sent to the UK. And then after we had our meetup a few weeks ago, I thought, right, I'll have another go, and I could order one, and it came. My son has tried to order one, and he can't get them delivered to the UK again. So I don't know if it's just that they're out of stock, or what. But it's a shame because they're really nice knives, and I think Elan said these. Is it brother that makes the Rosecraft knives, or?
I think so. I think they do.
Or maybe the Rough Riders. I'm sure if Elan's in the chat, I'm sure he'll let us know. So
I think they make herbs.
Yeah. Speaking of that, just a quick look just to see who's in the chat, and I see we've got Mrs. C in the chat. That's great. Good to have you here. Great to have Andrew from Baxter's Blades. And good to have Mattisfaction here as well. And Elan. So great to have Elan in the chat. Just quick. Oh, and Terry's from Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. So great to have Terry here too. And Terry was on the show a few weeks ago, but I think it was our longest ever session because we had a bit of trouble working out whether we'd started or not. So hopefully things are getting better. But so I'm not great at keeping up with the chat. I'll try and keep a lookout for topics. The problem is there are so many nice knives to look at. I end up looking at the knives myself. So, and as Mrs. C has confirmed, yes, Elan is in the chat, and which is great. Just a quick thing about as this is the gear and beer live stream. I'll just show mine as I'm up live. So I've got a Hobgoblin, and this is the ruby version, and I've got it in the right glass as well, which is great. So it's a nice 5% beer, but it's a little bit dark, so it's got a nice lot of flavor, and it's one of my favorite ones. It's one of the few beers that I like in a can. Generally, I go for bottled beers. As the next person, so what beverage have you got, Calen?
Purified drinking water.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's it has its place.
I had a hard 14 miles out on the trail this morning, so got to rehydrate.
It's good to rehydrate. I mean, to be honest, if I've been cycling or walking, I tend to use this to rehydrate. It's probably not the best thing, but it's good to drink lots of water.
100%.
How about you, Sean? What have you got this week?
Well, in honor of our guests from across the pond.
Hey, hey.
Where are we? I've got this shipyard.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, that's a nice IPA. I think I had
Yes.
that a few weeks ago. Yeah, that's great. Cheers, Sean. Cheers. And Randy, what have you got? You've always got one of the stronger beers. What have you got this week?
I went back to the Voodoo Ranger Fruit Force, the 9% one, but I figured I'd try this one. It's a little bit weaker at 7.5. It's juicy haze. I'm gonna try that one and see how it is.
Oh, cool.
But a really nice Colorado company.
Yeah,
They're really good.
great stuff. Well, I mean, that's nice. I mean, hopefully, if anybody's having a beer or I see that Pen and Pen Blades has got a root beer today. Mrs. Naked Sean is on the red wine, which is great. Tony's got his Coke as well.
Just backup. It's just a backup.
It's always good to have a spare, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure if Terry's still around, I'm sure he's got his Diet Dr. Pepper going as well. Here he is. Yeah. So good to know, Terry. That's great. And Griff has got a Tiger Bitter. So I mean, what's that? I mean, that's one of the things I like most of the time when I watch one of the live shows. I've got a beer on the go, as I did for Slippy and Thrifty's show earlier. And the nice thing was it wasn't too early, so that's good.
But
And
US, it's not even Arizona. So
yeah, it's I know it's a little bit, but it's the weekend, so I think it's okay at the weekend to have. I mean, in the UK, we have a pub chain called Weatherspoons where they do breakfast, and I have been known to go there for a late breakfast at about 11 a.m. and I have a beer with my breakfast. It feels quite sort of naughty to do that, but sort of good too.
I remember Paris. I didn't have any. I had enough money to buy a Heineken for lunch, and we were walking all day. We walked all through the Louvre, just walk everywhere. And I stopped at a place and I got like a liter's worth. I don't know, a liter of the larger one, probably something like about this size.
Yeah.
And that was probably the best thing I ever had in my life.
I think the one of the best beers I had was I was on a Greek island. I think it was Crete, and we did this walk. I think it was called the Sumerian Gorge, and they bus you to the top, and then you walk down to the sea. It's all downhill, so it's easy walking, but it's really, really hot. And then when you get down to the sea, there's a beach bar, and they do a 1 liter sort of Carlsberg, and the glass has been in the freezer, so it's frosted, and they bring it out and an ice cold beer in that, and it's just fantastic.
I was like, I don't want a glass, and I start chugging. I don't love having a glass, and
that's good. And I see that Chirk is on the Pepsi as well. So Mrs. C is on water, which is also good, and great to have that too. So as Calen's our guest, let's put him. Let's go back to the main thing again. So Calen, we haven't seen you for a while on YouTube. I've seen that you started up with some of your videos again. So how are things going with your knife collection and your channel at the moment?
Knife collecting is really good. I can't complain about knife collecting. I'm doing well. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a collector. But I had some health issues come up a couple months ago, and it's taken me a little bit of time to correct those. A lot of it was neglecting to eat correctly, and but I have since corrected that, and so I figured it was a good time to start the channel back up. Plus, I had a lot of stuff going on with my girls.
And you moved house not so long ago, wasn't it? How long was it ago you moved?
We did move houses, and then we had a catastrophic failure, and so we're back where we were, unfortunately.
Oh no!
For the time being, yeah. Oh no, it's just a minor setback.
Yeah.
But everything's going smoothly again, so can't complain here. Yeah.
So you're back up making videos, and what are your favorite sort of videos to do?
At the moment, I've gone back to where it all started, and just shorts. I want to get back into doing long forms. It's just finding the time. I'm sure that's everybody's excuse, and
I think it's not an excuse. I think it's just hard, especially when you have a family and kids and a job. It can be hard doing it. I think I've noticed that Terry's been doing a lot of lives.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a great way to sort of keep things going, and
for sure. He's had a lot of success with those lives. So
yeah.
I
would struggle to have things to say live, and by the time I'm unearthed through everything, it's not so bad on here because I'm sharing it with everybody else. But if I was doing it just by myself, I think I'd find. But I don't think Terry's ever going to run out of words, and I could listen to Terry. Terry a lot. I love his accent and his sort of way of putting things. But
for sure, good guy.
And are you still selling knives as well, Calen?
Yeah. Actually, I just rounded up. It's been a few weeks since I've had anything listed on my store. My eBay store it's I don't even know. It's like it was supposed to be Gunslinger, but they shortened it and added some numbers to it. So it's like Gunslin 43 or something like that. But
all right. Yeah.
I could go through some knives. I rounded up about 20 knives that I'm going to list today after the live stream. Actually, I don't know.
Sure. Do you want to go through? If we go through a few at a time.
Yeah, of course.
And then we can get Randy and Sean to chip in with some of theirs. Randy, you got a question?
Yeah. Before you do, Calen, can you send me a link to your Discord on Discord?
I am on my phone.
If you do it afterwards, I can put it in the description.
Yeah.
I can put it in the description for the video.
If you're interested, be sure and check after the show, and we'll have that uploaded. If anybody's interested in any of these knives, so
and I can try and find it as well to see if I can, because I have seen it before. And, so good. Okay, Calen. So show us a couple of knives. That'd be great.
Yeah, of course.
You found him, yeah? Great. Awesome. Randy's an excellent moderator, and
gotta keep it official.
Oh, right.
My Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And I was about to say, it says it on here somewhere.
Ah, cool.
So, when I go out to my local flea market, I'll carry these with me. It's not always the same knives, obviously, but I'll try to carry, a handful of knives just to swap. That's become my favorite thing to do is to go to the flea market and swap knives. Because I have found people try to price gouge when you just try to buy their knives, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll really mark the prices up quite a bit. So you show up with one of these and they're just kind of taken back, and you can work a better trade that way.
I like your style, Calen. I like the idea of going there to barter,
For sure. And I don't have to pay to set up that way.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There's a Congress I'm going to let go of. This is a C. Platts and Son medium Congress. And let's see if I can get that on there. C. Platts and Son. It's the etch on the blade. I believe this is a. It's either a 20. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't remember. It's in the mid 2000s though. Okay. It's a 4-bladed in stag. And this one actually comes with a metal tin, and sleeve and everything comes with it. So it has a coping blade and a pin blade on that one. Long pulls too, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
C. Platts and Son.
That's cool. I like it. The stag's quite light, isn't it?
It is. It's very, very light stag. And there's people that hunt the light stuff, and then there's people that hunt the dark stuff. There's people that, they love all the stag out there. I'm going to list this one too, I believe. This is a 2002, I believe. Yes, 2002 Saddlehorn case script, bare head, and this one was a first run. Let's see if we can get that on there.
Wow.
Yeah. I really like that particular case script sort of shield. I think that looks really good.
Beautiful knife. Super pretty bone. See that. And they might not always have the original box, but I'll always have a case box with that's like similar to the year that it came from. I try to match them up as best I can.
Sorry, we've just got a question on the Congress. So is that 2 sheep's foot or a sheep and a spear on the Congress?
That is I believe that's a sheep and a spear. Yeah. Sheep's foot and a spear on that one. And long pulls on all of those.
Yeah. Cool.
That's a mine.
Cool. Thanks, Calen.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna list a couple of vintage knives. I don't know the year on this one, just because the way this knife was designed, the dots are always below the bolster. So there's not. I know it's at least a 74 because that's when they came out with that etch.
Yeah.
So it's at least a 74 to a 79. 70s model red bone canoe. I'm gonna let go of. She's pretty good condition.
I think I saw that Dave Singing Toad. I think I saw that he had one like that. I recognize the blade etch on that.
He's got a good one. So I have 2 of those, so that's why I'm letting that one go. Some of these are doubles that I have, and some of them I'm just they've had their run in my collection.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Let's dog alert. Let me just show.
Yeah, of course. Hey, Pooch.
If my dog wakes up, then I'll put her on. But she's asleep underneath the desk at the moment. So
she's somebody came in the house.
I'll see. I mean, the trouble is, if she wakes up, she might start barking. But it's she's fast asleep for now. Randy, did you just show a knife? Did you have one like Calen's? It
was just a Congress just to show. I have a half Congress in my Carta.
Oh, nice.
They call it green micarta, but it's not. I mean, it's brown. But this is
brown, yeah? Is it?
They called the old green bone green as well, but it was brown.
But this is a gift from Zen Ali. I just wanted to show that real quick.
Oh, super nice. Zen's a good guy.
Yeah. But I gotta show 3 knives that he's given me today.
He's one of the unsung background community heroes.
Awesome. I would love to get on a channel.
Yeah.
That's cool. Did you have any, Sean, before we go back to Calen? Did you have any case knives to show?
Well, I don't know whether I don't know whether Andrew, good old the Tide Tiger, Baxter's Blades is still about, but this is a mini trapper,
Nice.
which I know Andrew's quite a fan of these.
No, I have one too. They're really nice.
That's nice. I like
This
I
one
like
was a gift from Paddy.
Okay.
Which
That's
is,
cool.
but it's a nice size, nice little pocket dropper.
Yeah, the mini trapper.
I mean, I've got quite large hands. I mean, I do like the full size trapper.
Yeah. But it's not like they're too small either.
But there is no, it's not too small. I mean, the full size one's better fit for my hand if I'm going to do any sort of hard use.
Yeah.
But just for a pocket dropper, but it's a good size and you don't feel like you're under equipped.
And it's UK legal as well. That's the other thing, which is handy for us.
Yeah.
Hang on, Randy. Let's just pop you up. What's that?
What's that one, Randy?
Oh, I remember that one. That's the first one, right?
It was my first case, yeah.
Is that current?
It's Dicrolam, yeah, or Dicrolam or whatever. You get the case on bolster. Yeah.
It's nice.
My first case knife, though. So this is definitely a keeper.
Well, as we're showing trappers, let me just show mine. I've only got 2 case knives, but I think Calen will recognize this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is one that Calen sent me last year, and I have to be really careful though because it was super sharp, and but it's a beauty. I love that. I tend not to carry it too much because I'm bothered about dropping it. I'm not used to having bone, but I've got a slip for it now, so I can put it in the slip and carry it. But it's not quite UK legal, so I'm sort of careful where I carry it. But
for sure,
I think somebody of my age, unless I go somewhere that I'm not likely to be, like a nightclub or a pub at night where you might get stopped. I don't think I'm going to get stopped anyway. So I think I'd probably plead ignorance and hope they hadn't looked at my channel where I did a video on UK knife law. But that's a really nice case and cracking one. Right. So Calen, sorry, you were partway through showing us. Do you want to show us a few more?
Yeah. That actually reminds me. There was one knife I didn't get to show earlier that I had picked up last week, and it's a trapper, so it fits in perfectly. But this is a 1940 to 64 late Rogers bone slimline trapper.
Nice.
With the bare head. Oh, this is almost a grail for me. I didn't know it even until I saw it that it was a grail. But as soon as I saw it, I knew that I had to have it.
Yeah, and you said it's a Rogers bone. So
yes.
And that's a couple that you've got. So is that the designer?
Yeah, there was a man. I can't remember his name. He designed. I guess it was the Rogers jig, and it was a certain color back in the day. But now you have Rogers jigging, a modern Rogers jigging, which is different. Is different from this. Let me see if I can really get some of the. There we go. It's not uniform though. It's more like a picking of the bone instead of
that looks better though.
It's a very natural sort of random looking jigging.
Yes. Yeah? Yes. So this one shows it up better.
Yeah.
Kinda. It's just like they took a small chisel or something and just all over the bone instead of a power tool or like that peach seed jig. Looks like a power tool did it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a purchase. Back to knives for sale. Here's a Stag 63090 from 2007.
That's nice.
This is an equal end cattle knife, and all of the tangs are hidden, which is really nice for a pocket dropper. And on the pile side, you have a nice easy open for the that spay blade is completely flush there. Can you see that?
Wow. Yeah.
And so yeah, you gotta. If you didn't have that easy open, there's no way.
Yeah.
Really pretty knife.
Yeah. I've just got a question again about the Rogers jig is different to the Rogers corncob jig.
Yeah. So there's even Rogers corncob jig, which I have one of those right here. This is Rogers corncob jig, right here.
Right.
Which, if you notice, is very uniform. It's where the old Rogers jig is not.
Yeah.
It's just whatever. It has changed. It has changed. And I guess when you're talking about corncob Rogers jig, I'm guessing they applied something from the Rogers bone or jig, to the corncob jig and then combined them. So it's hard for me to tell what exactly that is. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was I think the Rogers so maybe this ain't Rogers. I'm sorry, I'm having to go back through knowledge in my head. I think this is regular corncob jig actually, because I think the Rogers corncob jig has a line through the middle of it, and then the rest of it will be offset from the top. You know what I mean? It's like they'll have one row, and it's multiple rows, but it's one row as in itself. And they'll have a line going across it, and then they'll move that jigging over to where it's offset from the top, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But this, you can see, is and actually it is kind of offset. So this might be Rogers corncob jig. Case jigging and bone starts to get very, very confusing through the years.
Yeah.
And I don't have the box on me, so I can't say for sure which one this is. If I had to guess, though, you can see the bottom though is offset just slightly from the top. Yeah. You can kind of see that line that goes right down the middle of it.
Yeah. I think Jonathan sort of agrees as well. So that's
thank you. Thank you.
And Randy's put a link up for yeah.
There we go. There we go. Thank you.
That's cool. Just checking. Just checking in the chat here. So we've had Travis the case guy
alternate
here. So that's great. And,
hey Travis.
Radar 468, which is great, and Booger McGee. So good to have some extra people here. That's great. And I haven't seen Elan for a bit, so maybe he's popped out Mrs. C. So that's good. So Travis is saying, yeah, amen. Yeah, it can get. I mean, I'm still learning. This is where I miss RJ's live and Big J's live, because I was learning so much about case knives and buck knives from watching those two. So anyway, okay, Calen. Have you got some more to show us? That's all.
Yeah. I'm gonna let this one go too. This is a 65 to 69 tadpole. This is, according to Case, one of the hardest patterns that they ever made to make, and they discontinued it because it was so strenuous to make, according to them. I guess when you get that small, the bone cracks on all the pins, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's a nice.
I've never heard of that. That's
Yeah, it's the 29 pattern, 6'2", 2'9", and I think it's even a half. Yeah, 6'2", 2'9" and a half. And it came with a clip point and a pin blade, and it is under. Got one here somewhere. Maybe. I don't have a tape measure, but I did. Oh, I do. It's very small. This one is. Yeah, right at 2.5 inches. So really cool. Red jig bone. I have 2 of these. Is the reason if anybody's wondering why I'm getting rid of it. This is the lighter one that I have. I have a darker one, but this one's in really good condition as well.
so Calen, when I know these are sort of doubles, but
yeah,
have you had many that you've moved on that you've regretted moving on?
Oh, I know I do. I know I do. But at the same time, I don't really, because I left it in the collection long enough. I got to experience it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I did have a couple of 80s knives that I wish I would have hung on to. My birthday year knives, Randy, that I wish I would have hung on to. But I'm glad I know where they're at, and I'm glad where they're at. So that's just as fine with me as me having them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here, I'm passing them along to people I know that'll enjoy them.
Exactly. And that's another point I wanted to, I guess, not really bring up, but just touch on is I think it's definitely okay to not have that stigmatism that a knife in your collection has to stay in your collection. You know what I mean? When you feel it's right, it's right to let it go. You know what I mean? It's a hard thing to talk about. I know some people have a hard time letting go of knives, which I obviously have a hard time letting go of knives, but
pass those on to those guys, but
right.
I'll enjoy it more. Just sending
yeah. And that opens up the door that I can just go hunt it down again if I want to. So
because I think it's more fun looking for knives than buying.
Oh yeah. Once you get the knife, you're like, well, what am I going to look for now?
Just a question from Jonathan. Jonathan has some great questions here. So that tadpole, is that smaller than a peanut? Yeah.
It is by about a whole 1/4 inch. It looks like maybe a little bit more, maybe 5/16 even.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like that idea of moving knives on. I mean I've still got less than 40 total, and but I've won a couple in giveaways that I'll be moving on to somebody else.
You get to experience more knives that way.
Yeah.
And you really, and if you're keeping the money that you spend on these knives in the knives, then you're not spending extra money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I can't. I say this just about every week. I think I'm not strictly a knife guy. I like knives, but I'm into like stoves and other EDC stuff and sharpening, other things as well. But it's hard not to like knives, as a guy, because or as a. I think the thing with guys I think we're still boys, I think girls grow up, but boys men are just boys that are bigger and older, really. And
I went and rode my mountain bike through the woods earlier, if that tells you anything.
Yeah, and I do similar things. So I think those little shiny things that we enjoyed as boys, we enjoy as men now, which I think is great. And I was just saying, Booger's got to go, but thanks. It was great to have you join us for a while. So that's good. And yeah, it looks like Andrew's got a hard time letting. Yeah, I don't think it's about the even the price of the knife, isn't it? Because sometimes some of the cheaper knives and some of the Rough Riders I've seen, I don't own one yet. It's one of the things I'm sort of looking for. but some of those are just as nice as some of the more expensive ones.
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah.
the only thing is I don't quite get the fizz with knives. At some point I will do, and probably the Victorinox A-locks are the close. You know, I like them because they're a nice shiny. They're a shiny silver, and I love that sort of pattern on them. But even then, I don't get the fizz much with that. I'll hang on. Randy's got a knife to show. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just saying, even the Queen series, they're beautiful. I have a Barlow. Just a really killer series. This is was a gift. So like 90% of my knives were gifts.
Yeah.
Which I just says a lot about the community. And before we get off trappers, I guess here.
Nice.
That's my coffin slip.
Yeah.
For adventurer for my regular size.
Nice.
I love
that's a fantastic Halloween knife, Randy. Yeah.
It was hard to decide between the Bear and Son and this because that's such a wicked knife. But that's what I carried last year. I got lucky. I ordered this, like, out of the 2 case knives I ordered online, they were both really nice. And you get the bullet shield.
Oh, that's
But no, the Queen series. That's a great. Let me see if I can find my Barlow.
And just you mentioned about, you know, you got lucky with the case, the case knife. I mean, is that a problem with? Has it always been a problem? It's just that, you know, only the good ones are left, or is it a modern problem?
So I found a whole bunch of 2001, 2002 knives they were new old stock down at the antique shop, and half of them had problems. The one I sent one to Retro Stew, and it had blade wrap, and the blades hit, so you had to like push a blade aside to close it. There was one that just was like they were off center. They had huge gaps, blade wrap, blade rub, blade wobble, and so at least 20 years ago, it was a problem.
Sure. And Calen, do you find this, because you must see a lot of case knives?
So Case came out with a statement, I don't know how long ago, but unless it's a yellow Delrin knife or Delrin of some sort, it's not a working knife. It's a collectible knife. And so now you have all of these, you know, synthetic handled, bone handled knives, stag handled knives, you know, and I don't know exactly what they mean by that, but do they mean, you know, they put more workman quality into these Delrin knives, you know, because it's hard for me to tell a difference. I don't have enough Delrin knives to really compare them to, but I have personally found post 2020 is when things just really became noticeable for everyone. You know, it was always noticeable for a few people, you know, getting the second, you know, the factory seconds, and like, you know, I don't know. That's why I don't even mess with that stuff anymore. I'm strictly vintage at this point, because there's so many less issues with knives the further back you go.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, go on, Randy. Yeah,
That's how I am with like even like the so Rough Rider, their quality is I think past case, but then it's not just Chinese companies, because Old Timer, I've had more problem knives with Old Timer than I have with Rough Rider or Case.
Yeah,
with modern ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those are trash. I'm not even trying to be, you know, rude about it, but those modern old timer knives are trash. They're assembled like garbage.
They should be like a third the price at least.
Yeah, they should be like $10 knives, like in my opinion.
I've had some with blade wrap. I had one where the blade was like this.
Yeah. Well, what I see mostly over here is the handles aren't.
Yeah.
They're not even straight on the knife. You know, they've got gaps at the top and then at the bottom. You know, diagonally.
They're the cheapest knives that they can buy.
Yeah, cheapest knives. They're the high points of the knives.
I mean, I love the older ones, but
yeah.
Old timers. You can't go wrong with those.
Yeah. So if you're buying a modern case knife, are there certain types? So are the case XX ones? Are they good?
Oh yeah. You're gonna get what you pay for. I mean, you're gonna get a usable knife, you know, for $60 or $70. You know, But I can't agree with their quality. No, I don't. I don't agree with it.
I watched Big Red EDC. Well, he had what's a pterodactyl knife? The knife that looks like a pterodactyl.
I don't know.
It's
the rust lock.
The rust lock.
He got a rust lock, and it was pretty bad. And they apparently fixed it, but it was just crap when they sent it back to them. And then
that's the one, yeah.
Went, one of the knife shows, and he went to the case booth. They were checking out a modern knife, and it just had serious blade wobble, side to side blade. And so they pulled out one of from their pocket and let them check it out. He's like, "This is the one you need to keep out on the counter. This one's crap."
Yeah. No, and they I remember that they told him that they were happy with their quality and their knives. They were happy with it. The case people.
Yeah, that's not good.
When I heard that, why bother? Yeah. And then Bakery Wizard. That was the last thing. I'll finish.
No, I remember that one too.
He had a gap this big in his knife.
Mm-hmm.
This big. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't send that out to somebody.
Yeah.
You can't be proud of your work. You can't they shouldn't be stamping Case and USA on a knife like that.
But you know, with that said, there's still lots of good case knives out there.
Yeah.
You know, they make literally so many of them that you're just gonna have some. You know, they don't pull any. They send them out.
They should make factory seconds.
Yeah. If they do, I'd hate to see the factory seconds if they have those.
No.
Sorry, Calen, you were going to show us a knife there. What was the one you were about to get? The fixie. You just had a fixie in front of you? Yeah?
Oh, y'all remember that one, do you?
Was it an old timer? Was it?
It is. This is a special one. This is the one. This is the 15 OT. Yeah. 15 OT. It is a giant sharp finger, basically.
Wow.
This was gifted to me. We went to a friend's house about a month ago, and I had gifted this guy a couple of knives in the past, and he came out of his bedroom with this, and he's like, "You want this thing?" And I was like, "Yeah." Oh man, I was blown away by that. And here's a regular sharp finger. And you can tell.
Wow, that's huge, yeah.
Isn't that ridiculous?
That's that's a sharp arm, not a sharp finger.
Yeah. But no, I didn't even know about that. And when I got this, I started finding out about all kinds of old timer patterns that I was clueless on.
Yeah.
The older ones are freaking awesome.
They are. I mean,
like
look at the sheath, man. That's quality right there. You got the stitching and the rivets.
Even if you get a rusty one that's all white on the handle, that's a wonderful knife. You just put a little
Yeah.
Get off the rust, you got a beautiful knife.
My granddad always said the rustier your knife gets, the easier it is to sharpen, and the sharper it can get.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, just to say, great to have Sean Watch City Knives in the chat as well, and I think Big E's around as well. So
Hey, brother.
that's great. So
What's going on, Eli?
that's cool. And Calen, have you got a couple more knives to show us?
Sure do. I could show you knives till the sun goes down if you want.
Well, we won't go on quite as long as RJ's shows because RJ's shows used to go on for 2 or 3 hours, I think. But I think we might need to call it time as well.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we'll call it. We'll make this one quick. So we'll show this here. Up here, up top, this is a 47 pattern and pocket worn red bone. I'm gonna list that one today. This is a baby butter bean and natural bone, and it's also got the corn cob jig, just like this one. It's just natural bone. You know.
So the butter bean is that like a mini canoe or what?
Yeah, it's a mini canoe. Exactly. I've got a balloon end whittler here. This is an 83 pattern, and I believe it's. Oh, I got the box right here actually. This one is dark molasses bone with the bar shield there. Gotta love that. Got a natural bone rust lock and corncob jig, and got a pocket worn red bone trapper there. I did have 2 of these cattle knives. Jason over at Ozark's Boy, his channel, he gifted me one of these, so I'm letting the one that I had go because the one he sent me was a little bit nicer. I have an Autumn Bone Congress here from the early 2000s. That one's in all these knives are mint, by the way, mint condition, brand new.
And just Randy's put in the chat for your
oh, thank you very much, Randy.
Thank you. Shop. So if anybody's interested in any of these, or I guess message Calen if you've got a trade as well, because then he doesn't have to pay fees to sell. And there was a question from Jonathan as well. So is that some
man? I'm gonna have to call my buddy because he sent me this knife, and then he just ended up giving it to me. There's a little bit better visualization of the. I don't know what it's called. I apologize. But it is very pretty. It is Coralon, I'm pretty sure. It's very shiny. Oh yeah, and those colors, they run deep. Like you can see like levels to it. It's nice.
Yeah. That Calen is it's you can't show it on camera what it looks like. Just
hang on. It looks. I think you need to do some. Oh no, sorry. I'm rubbish at clicking on the right one. So yeah, are those up for sale? I think you need to just do some lives. I think you could get some bidding in the live show. Yeah,
and it's something it's just a matter of getting everything going again. I took time off, so just getting my feel for everything again. And but I've definitely pondered, doing the live stream or uploading what I'm listing. This is all going to be on my eBay store here in a couple of hours, Andrew, and then a handful of other knives that I showed earlier, like a saddle horn, another Congress, a cattle knife, a whittler, a canoe, and a tadpole. Will all be going on the store here in a little bit. Tiger Eye, gotcha. It's pretty stuff. It definitely is.
And good to have Terry from Terry's Leatherworks there as well. So that's.
How's it going?
Just a quick but he makes awesome stuff.
Oh wow!
Hang on, Randy. Let's just pop that up and look
at that. Geez. That's his logo.
That's pretty leather.
Yeah, he does a killer job. It's nice to see people do different stuff like this.
Yeah,
and it almost looks like a tree stump.
Yeah. No, you can see like the spiral pattern there.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's really cool. That blew me away. That was like.
Yeah. There's another question from a potential customer here, Calen, as well. Do you send to the UK?
I have not sent anything to the UK. I have international shipping on my eBay. I would hate for the knife to not get there, and it would just be a nightmare for me. My stomach would be in knots, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I just, hearing all the stories, it makes me worry. I would love to take a trip to the UK and just bring a whole bunch of knives. That's what I'd like to do.
That sounds cool.
I got one real quick.
Yeah.
For Tony's Ponies. Tony, look at that. Yes, it's a sexy knife. It's got a little bit of rust spots on it, but it's basically new old stock. It's
That's cool.
It's a case Texas Jack.
Yeah.
I don't see Tony. He's probably not even watching.
I'm sure he'll catch it. He was around earlier. He normally has to go off and do some stuff. Yeah, TK. He has some special tricks for shipping stuff, which I'm not gonna talk about here.
The first time I shipped a knife over, I just said it was a Boy Scout knife, or vintage Boy Scout, and it went through. And then
that's what Terry says. So I do the same. When I've sent knives, I say that they're precision tools, which they are, but
tools, vintage tools. And then I have to show to Sean, because this is a fantastic knife that I got from Calen. It's beautiful. You got patina, green patina on the pivots, or on the pins. Just a fantastic knife.
That's beautiful. Yeah,
we have this one. So that's going to be going to Tony. And
no, that one's going to Sean.
Sean. Tony's Sean, and then Elan's getting the satin rose.
Oh, that's cool.
So cool.
They are cool, yeah. And Tony is still around. Oh no, hang on. Tony's still around.
Was without telling him what it was.
I like this trick from Terry as well. He covers the package 100% in tape.
Yeah.
Tape. Well, here's my trick. So first off, when I start with a package of Elon, I put slips, stickers, keychains, whatever. There's four spaces, so you don't have to label knives.
Right.
Just in case, I got Christmas wrapping paper, and I wrapped the knives and that, so that they look like gifts.
Yeah.
And it was in case they opened it. So
okay.
For sure.
That's cool.
It worked. I mean, I sent him a couple knives, and
hey Sean, I got a question for you.
What's that? Me?
Do you happen to have the knife I sent you last year still?
I've been waiting for the opportunity to
share boy.
it.
All right.
I didn't forget.
Sounds awesome.
That is
and that's a toothpick, yeah?
That is a tiny mini toothpick, yes.
Oh, cool. See, I've learned a lot from watching these shows. I can almost tell, well, a few of them. I don't know how you remember all of the patterns, Calen.
Oh, just
it takes time.
Lots of time, yeah.
I love the blue on that one.
Beautiful sow belly.
So Tony Bowes, this was one I picked up at the Sharp Show last year.
Very nice.
It's nice size as well.
Yeah, those sow bellies are very nice. They have exquisite grinding on the blades, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They definitely go a step above their normal grinding.
Any other ones, Sean?
A good old Slugbuster Junior.
Nice.
Just
Classic.
a good old work knife, really.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you, Sean?
Dependable. Say again.
What's it? Is this the yellow Dalren you
What's
don't
that?
like? It's not even proper yellow, really. It's more like ivory, isn't it? I
got a black one somewhere. I just can't find it.
It's got that faded look.
Well, like I said, it's the inside banana. Outside banana is okay, but inside banana.
Inside banana.
Was there another one there, Sean? Yeah.
This is an old Wade and Butcher Sheffield.
Oh wow.
That's nice.
And can you see that?
I do see
Little
that.
metal toothpick.
Nice. Don't blow me up. I'm just keep going, Sean. I'm just showing this.
Nice,
That's cool.
Nice
That's
little
cool.
tin blade on it as well.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to see the tang stamps on it, really.
Any
I can
idea the
remember
year
which
range
way
on
to
that
move.
one?
I haven't got a clue. I mean, it's an old one. Again, the nice threaded bolsters.
Nice.
They're nice, aren't they? I like that.
Yeah. And there's another one of the old, another Taylor's lamb's foot.
Wow.
That's how you etch a blade.
That's a stamped blade, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. I like that more than blade etching, to be honest. I'm not always a fan of etching, but
Same here.
Still got
that's cool.
loads of snap in it still.
Yeah.
And these are really old.
I like that one a lot.
Oh wow.
That's had a
This
bit
is
of
an
wear
old,
on it, that hasn't it?
Just a bit, yeah. So again, it's got the scale tools.
That's the Taylor Eyewitness.
Yep.
Okay.
Toothpick.
I'm not sure I'd want to have that near my teeth, though. That's the only thing.
Tweezers.
Oh, the tweezers. Oh,
Awesome.
and how old do you think that is, Sean? Any idea?
I don't know.
Over
I don't know.
year old.
It's a horseman's knife. It's
At least a year old.
yeah, it's an old one. It is an old one.
I'm just wondering though, who got the idea from whom? So were they pre-Victorinox or did they see that Victorinox were popular and copy them?
I don't know. I mean, the Sheffield multi-tools are old, but then Victorinox are pretty old as well.
Yeah.
Did a horseshoe pick?
Yeah, and a punch.
Oh wow, that's
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old one.
That's a keeper right there.
I don't think Sean lets many of his go. Do you, Sean?
I don't know.
Good Lord.
Oh wow.
This is an old Saner.
That's
Look
a
at the curve on
angle,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah, look at the curve on that.
That's crazy. You really need videos, Sean.
Say again?
That's nice.
You need to make some videos.
You do.
Just show like one video a week or something. Show like 10 knives or 5 knives.
I'm sure Lynn would help you. You know, that it would be great.
So this is an old Sheffield 4-blade Stockman.
What?
Why have 3 when you can have 4 blades? Yeah.
Well,
And you see it's got the easy open notches.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the only markings it's got on it is oil the joints.
Wow.
But yeah, another one. Loads of
I
snap.
love this. I love those slanted bolsters, and they're in the same direction instead of opposing.
Yeah.
Usually don't see that. Usually they're going, opposite direction.
Ah, yeah.
Very nice.
And then there is this is a HM Slater, Sheffield.
Man.
I got one Sheffield Stockman.
Beautiful knife.
It is.
I didn't realize Sheffield did all these.
They do a lot.
Yeah, I'm behind the curve on that one.
But I guess I was gonna wait since Sean's showing this, but I had this out earlier. This is a
hang on, Randy. Let's
fine. This is it's a IXL Schrade.
Yeah, nice.
Holy smokes! In bone.
And I got paperwork. 1981. That's the 181 knife I'm going to keep. I can't get rid of this one. This is too nice.
Yeah.
The box though. Go back to Sean.
Oh, that's cool. Did you have any more, Sean? I'm sure. Let's.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to.
So
No, it's good. It's good.
have
Man.
you guys familiar with the ring knives?
No.
So they've got the nail notches, the nail nicks rather.
Yeah.
But also they've got these little key ring things, and if you twist,
Wow.
they open the blades.
That's really cool.
That is cool.
That's cool. Especially if you've not got nails, it's
Yeah, or if your hands are cold or greasy, slippery.
Yeah.
And this one is, I don't know whether you can see there, but it's a tailor's.
Nice.
Wow.
Eyewitness.
Wow.
Nice little Boston home.
Ooh, I like that.
Is that one all stainless?
IXL.
Is that one all steel?
Yeah, it's stainless. It says stainless on it. I mean, it's a.
I think I got that same knife
Pearl.
in pearl.
Got
Yeah,
mine.
Randy does
Oh,
too.
Hang on. Let's get you to
Sorry, Sean.
I'll just show it real quick.
Yep. Cool.
Beautiful knife. This is from Steel
Steel
City.
City Knives.
yeah.
From Martin, yeah.
My classiest pen.
Brother Martin really killed it on this one.
I'm still trying to get Martin onto this show to show some of his Sheffield stuff. So I was just looking in the comments, just where we're going. So there are a few people saying that you need to, at least do shorts, Sean. And Andrew was saying, yeah, you don't see many Stockmans from Sheffield, but it sounds like there could be a few around. So that's good. Now, I'm thinking we've been going a while now, and I was trying to catch us at the hour, and then I lost track because we were seeing some great knives, and now we've been going about an hour and 20 minutes. So I think it's time for keep, carry, scrap. Okay. Okay. I hope you weren't too traumatized last time.
No.
We did this. So let me just.
While you're doing that, I did want to show y'all guys this. Have y'all heard of J. Doby Cutlery Co.?
No,
Sean?
no.
Out of Glasgow.
I've heard the name. Yeah.
I found this at a flea market. It's got a broken blade. This is a sleeve board.
Wow.
And I don't know if it's bone or stag because I don't know very much bone that looks like that. To me, it's just very worn down stag, in my opinion, because the front is very rough, like stag would be.
Yeah.
But it's a sleeve board penknife from 1860.
Wow.
The company was only around from 1860 to 1880 through 83 or something like that. I think they're actually going longer than that, but they used this tang stamp for only like 20 years.
Wow.
J. Doby Cutlery Co. And I think his sons actually took over the company. But I thought this was really cool. I basically got this knife for free, and it was completely red rusted. The bolsters were the same color as the bone, and you can see it's still got a lot of rust and pitting.
Yeah.
Still good looking.
I thought that was just cool as heck. I did put a little edge on it. It's
wow,
great.
Sean. Is that one like it? Yeah.
Oh wow! Yeah, pull his up. Let's pull his up.
So this is.
Yeah, you got your humpback whittler there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And who makes that one?
This was a G&C Marsden. It's about 140 years old, I think.
Oh
wow! Wow!
At least. And this thing is a little razor.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
For that age, oh my god. My oldest knife has as many blades.
I think I'm right there with you, brother. This is a cattaraugus in ebony wood.
Cool. Wow.
From the same time period.
Nice.
I think about 1880s is the date on this one.
Nice.
Got a huge spear blade. Same setup though. Split back humpback whittler. Sorry, Mark. I know you're trying to carry on with your show.
No, it's fine. I'm just blown away by these are 140 years old. If you think what was going on in the world at that time, either in the US or in the UK in the 1880s, it's just unbelievable, isn't it?
Look at that blade stock on that main blade. That's at least 3/16 right there.
Jeez, yeah.
But yeah, that was a gift from Terry over at Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. Just an awesome, super old cattaraugus.
It's cool. We've got
J.O.
Yeah, we've got J.O. Ventures, and John's going to be coming on the show in a few weeks' time as well. So
nice.
It took us a while to sort out a date, but we have one, which would be great. So which is great. Right. Okay.
Keep
carry scrap. Okay. Let me just pull up the slideshow. So we know the rules, Calen. So I know you were a little bit traumatized last time because it was a tough choice. So I'm going to show 3 knives, and one you can keep but not carry, so that goes into your collection. One you can carry, and we expect you to carry, and it's a user. And then one we say scrap, but you would either sell it or give it away. So, but you're not allowed to keep it. Okay.
Gotcha.
Already. So, it had to be case knives. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So the first one. Now I haven't heard of Bill Ruppel before. Is that the pattern, or is that
Bill Ruppel is taking Tony Bose's place
Okay.
as far as making collaboration knives goes.
Yeah. So,
they go and get one really good knife maker. They bring them into their shop and they work out whatever deal they work out, and they'll make very, very low run knives.
Yeah. So this is an axe handle in antique bone. The second one is a Case XX canoe in this golden pine cone color wash bone. And these are all stainless, by the way. Sorry, they're not the carbon steel. So, and then the third one is a medium orange coral Stockman pocket knife, and I quite like it because it has that nice set of blades.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Calen, talk us through your thinking and your choice.
You've made it real easy for me here.
I think I've been kinder to you than last time.
So keep the first one, scrap the second one. I'm sorry, carry the first one, scrap the second one, and keep the third one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're scrapping the canoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. And Sean, what's your thinking on this?
Oh. I hate this. Oh dear. I don't want to play this game anymore. I've got to keep the Stockman. And I think I'd carry the axe handle.
So the same as Calen, yeah?
Smart man.
Yeah.
Is that what Calen said?
Yeah. Same as Calen. Randy, what's your thinking?
It was kind of tough, but only between two. So I like that axe handle one, and I like the canoe. I like the pine cone. I love the way the pine cone looks. But it's just ironic because I love fossils. I love coral.
Yeah.
But I'd have to scrap the coral.
Okay.
Being my canoe, or my toothpick.
Okay. So you've got one already. Just looking in the chat just before I
Are those considered exotics, Randy? I'm so sorry, Mark.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Sorry, what's that?
Is that considered an exotic case knife?
I guess because of the coral.
So this is sold exclusively as a case exotic, and this is red jasper and black onyx and mother of pearl down the center there. And this retails for $250 at Case website.
I mean, they don't do a lot of stones, so
I didn't know if that's the same, or because it don't say exotic on that one, but it has the multi-layer handle like this one.
Yeah.
This one's also for sale, by the way. This will be listed on eBay later.
Probably carry the handle and keep the canoe.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll keep the canoe and lose that. Yeah. I'm just looking. I think Mrs. C wants to keep the orange. Chirk, keep the axe. Carry the canoe. Get rid of the Stockman. Tony likes the orange. Baxter's. I think Andrew went with you. Yeah. You've got an offer here from Andrew for that one. Terry says they're on the order that he would choose. I actually.
Sorry, Baxter. I'm sorry. You'll have a fair chance at it on eBay. all my bids start at $9.99, so everybody has a fair chance on there.
That's good. I mean, I think for me, I would keep this one, and I was torn. I think I'd probably carry the canoe because I haven't got it. I'm not quite so keen on the fancy handle there. Do you want to know what they're worth? These are all for sale on Amazon at the moment, actually. So if I just move
what's the axe? Okay, that's exactly what I was going to say on the axe handle. So that is an exotic at $255. I would say that's an exotic.
Yeah.
They used to list it as exotic though.
Yeah, it wasn't in the Amazon listing. Maybe it's a bad listing. The other thing that I didn't say, which of course, being my favorite case expert, Calen, this is a 1 of 200. So it's in a few versions as well. If you're interested, it's a bit too pricey for me.
Are you talking about the Bill Rupel?
Yeah. So there are about 3 or 4 different versions of that, all at a similar price, and they're all 1 of 200.
I had an opportunity to buy one at like $400, but I didn't have the cash at the time, so I had to pass on it, unfortunately.
Okay. Sounds like that would have been a bargain then, yeah?
Yeah, I would definitely grab that at that price.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of Tony Bowes knives of his collaboration knives that they're valued about that same price. If y'all want to see,
yeah,
I have
sure.
three of them.
Yeah, that's good.
And Sean, you'll dig these bolsters here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is a 2020 Lanny's clip with the lockback in chestnut bone. I picked this up at Blade Show out in Atlanta this year. Drove 16 hours to buy this knife.
Worth it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I paid $350 for this one. I got a heck of a deal on this knife.
That is good.
You're not going to find this knife for that price on eBay, though.
Yeah.
Knives like this, I suggest hitting the blade shows. And I know y'all got Wind Sharp show coming up. That's next year, right?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, wow. That's right around the corner, y'all. I bet y'all are excited.
Yeah, We've all been saving up, except I think Slippy had a bit of a sale a couple of weeks ago. I think it was to get money for Sharp Show.
Probably.
But he's left a few people a little bit broke, I think. So he had some good bargains on there. This is in the Discord group. And just a reminder, if people aren't in the Discord group, I think everybody here is, but there are some great knife sales there as well. And also some great leather work from Terry, from Griff, and from Randy. So if you want a slip that's a little bit different, come and check out in the Discord.
Nice.
There's a link for that.
This is
that's nice.
What year is this? This is a 2017 chestnut bone Eureka Jack with a spear blade and a little bitty Warncliffe blade. Look at that swedge. Isn't that cool?
I like that.
That's amazing.
That's a lot of swedge on there, yeah.
It is. It's a nasty little blade, though. It's sharp. It's very sharp. I love that Eureka Jack. I know Martin at Steel City Knives showed one about a month ago. I don't remember what brand his was, but I think it was an English made. That was a birthday gift actually from Tennessee Valley Knives. He sent me that for my birthday.
Wow, awesome! I think the one Martin showed was a GEC, if I remember rightly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was a GEC. Those are equally exquisite. Here's a brown bone. Same knife, but brown bone.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
And I have the they come with these pouches that the knife comes in with a zipper, kind of like a sunshades pouch. I have that, and they come in gigantic case boxes. They're like this big, just for this knife.
Question, Cal.
Question?
Do you have any GECs?
I sure don't, man. That's one knot that has eluded my collection, or one brand that has eluded my collection. Obviously, for price reasons, but
They're
nope,
not
I've
cheap, are
never.
they? No. Although
No,
I think
not off the
Snippy,
second market.
Snippy has one. Is it still for sale? He had a GEC for sale in Coco Bolo wood, I think.
Oh, it's probably that Congress with the. Was it a Congress with like a Warncliffe on it? I think that's what they were.
It could have been. It could have been. Yeah.
One more.
Jeez. Oh wow. You got some.
This was a gift, and this was a trade.
Super nice.
Basically a gift.
That hawkbill is something else.
Yeah.
It's really nice and pinchable. No nail neck, so you just pinch it open.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But
There's no reason when you got a blade that big.
Hmm.
Nice pruner there.
Oh yeah. So those are only two I have.
What's the color of those? Do you know?
Just brown.
Bone? Just brown bone.
Micarta
Oh, micarta. Nice.
or jig micarta.
And you were talking Tony Bowes, Calen. Yeah, were they the ones? Any other ones or?
No, I do have some other ones, but they're not collaboration knives. So this is one of 500 right here. One of 500 made, and same thing with these other ones. I don't know if they're that low. It might be like one of 1,000, but they're always real low. One of 750. This is a chestnut bone back pocket I have in CV blade.
Let me just pull you up for that.
There we are.
Nice.
Chestnut bone CV blade.
Pretty color.
I love this knife.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. That's a beautiful one right there. I got two more. Nope, that's not a Tony Bowes. Here's a Panama Trapper and whiskey bone. About to make a lot of people.
Oh, now you're talking.
This one's going to make a lot of people jealous. This
gorgeous.
is the only whiskey bone Panama Trapper I've ever seen. I'm sure there's more out there, but I haven't seen any of these. I was on eBay one day, and the bid ended at $120 for this thing, and they go for more than that, but I was not expecting my bid to win at $120. And I think Big J was even watching the same bid as me, and he even told me himself that he expected this knife to go for like $200. Wow. And at one point he was interested in trading me for it, but I don't know if he's still interested. I don't know if I could get rid of it because, like I said, I haven't seen another one.
I saw a jazz whiskey bone one time from Case.
What pattern? What pattern?
I can't remember. I just remember it was whiskey bone Case and like a jazz theme.
Oh, gotcha.
We've got Mikey. Mikey's in the chat, and Mikey's looking for a 1974 case.
I've got a bunch of those.
Yeah, Calen.
So,
hey, Mikey, you recognize that? I think the Twisted Assisted did these, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
One of 250. Now, are they in association with Arthur Wright? I'm so I get confused on this.
Yeah.
I'm like y'all with case knives, Mark. I get confused with Sheffield knives.
I think a few people in the Discord group had those. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Oh, look, that.
And of course, can't forget this one, Mark.
Yeah, you like.
That's probably.
Oh yeah, no, I meant to show it a while ago, but we switched cameras, so.
Yeah. Nice.
And then one of my last Tony Bowes is this one right here, this chestnut bone swayback.
Nice.
I don't know if I showed this one a while ago. This one will be going on eBay tonight, and it comes with this metal case right here. 2008. Forgot to mention that one.
Nice.
I like that green.
And I just show my second case knife. I've been waiting to show it, but it's very similar to the one that you just showed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think everybody, and anytime we talk about case, I show this one, and well, as it's one of the only two I have, but this is a swayback jack, sea green.
I like that one though.
Sea green, I think it is. Yeah, sea green. And this is one of 3,000, so it's but it's a Tony Bowes, and it's got a second pen blade as well.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong with those, man. Such an
it's nice. It was this was at Sharp Show last year. I thought I need to have a case, and there were just so many nice ones there. And the thing that I like about this is it reminds me of that great time with a few of us going through all of these drawers, looking at these new old case knives. Many of them, in the boxes, and going through drawers and drawers of them to find the ones we want. But
so cool.
So I think that's a nice thing. So I don't think I'll ever get rid of either of my two case knives. But I think it's getting about time to wrap up. I think we've been going for quite a long time. It's been really nice having Calen on the show.
Thank you.
Just chatting like this, it reminds me of previous Sunday evenings, watching you on RJ's live, and but it's been great having you here on this show.
Yeah, I'd love to come back.
Yeah, and we'll ask you back. It's really good because I'm assisted by Randy and Sean because they have way more knives than me, and it's great. It's just nice coming on here, having a chat, and just if we have other people watching as well, that's a bonus in my mind. So I'm glad that people like to come and watch. Really good having a few people coming back in the chat, so that's great. And I think Andrew, we'll have to get you on the show as well. And Jonathan, drop me a message on Instagram, and we'll arrange for you to come on as well if you'd like to come on. So that'd be great. I'm still trying to get Tony, known as Blade in Wales. I'd love to get him on the show.
Oh yeah.
Maybe when we've met up at Sharp Show, and we can get him on here as well. And of course, John's going to be coming on in a few weeks. So a big thank you to everybody who tunes in to watch this. Jonathan, if you can set, I've got a Gmail. It's mbowen.edc@gmail.com. It's on my YouTube listing if you want to find it on there. So that's great. But yeah, and there's no rush. I'm trying to get organized. I'm set up for I think for the next 2 weeks after this, maybe 3. So I think next week we've got Mikey and Elan on. So I think it'll be a little bit of a Halloween. Well, I think we'll just be chatting a lot of crap, probably showing a few knives as usual, and having a bit of fun along the way, hopefully. So that's the best thing. So, but yeah, or catch me in Discord. I'm in Discord quite a lot, as is Sean and Randy, of course. And so you can normally find us in the Discord chat or direct message through the Discord as well. Right, so I think we'll wrap it there. So thanks again, Calen. Thanks, everybody. Keep it sharp out there, and have a great week, everyone. Hope to see you next Sunday. Thanks, everyone. Thanks.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.